Hi, I'm Debbie Georgatos, and this is a Ladies Can We Talk 3 or maybe a few more points in 3 minutes video. Today I want to talk with you about the Omnibus spending bill that passed the U.S. House and the U.S. Senate today and is on its way to President Obama's desk. You may have heard a lot of people complaining about the Omnibus bill. You certainly saw complaints if you read stories online or heard on the radio. And I want to talk with you about why this issue is so important. People can tend to think that this is an omnibus spending bill. It funds the government through next September 2016. And of course, the two parties battle over spending priorities and limits of all kinds. But the reason this particular bill has caused so many Republicans and so many conservatives to be very upset are reasons that you should know, and they should be your talking points to share with your friends. To start with, this omnibus spending bill is a 2,000 plus page bill spending over $1 trillion. The members of the U.S. House and of the Senate had less than 48 hours to read the bill. The bill was prepared in the typical dark of the night. Four people, according to Senator Jeff Sessions, were the ones who wrote this entire spending bill. They consulted not with fellow members of Congress, but with lobbyists. Senator Jeff Sessions said he had to go to lobbyists to find out what was in the bill. Additionally, I'm going to guess every one of you, if you live in a district where you're represented by a Republican in the U.S. House or U.S. Senate, and you pay attention to politics, you've heard that person say, I promise I'm going to go to Washington and fight against funding Planned Parenthood, and fight against Obamacare, and fight against a Syrian refugee resettlement program, and fight against President Obama's illegal, unconstitutional amnesty. Well, if you heard your member of Congress say any of those things, you should look and find out whether or not they voted for this omnibus bill, because this omnibus spending bill that passed today funds fully virtually everything President Obama wants. It funds everything I just mentioned. The Syrian refugee resettlement program that hundreds of thousands of Americans are upset about. It fully funds Obamacare. It funds President Obama's executive amnesty. And the reason all this matters so much is this. Spending bills are policy bills. People in Washington, members of House and Senate, who vote to give President Obama the funding that he wants for his programs are essentially voting to support his programs. They're not voting and standing by the conservative values they told you when they came back to your district that they were going to stand for. There were 92 brave Republicans that voted against this omnibus bill. But look online. You can Google the question, who voted for the omnibus bill, and find out the list. Because many Republicans, even here in the great state of Texas, who always claim to be conservative, voted for this bill. This is Debbie Georgatos, and Ladies Can We Talk?